Good morning, guys, over on this channel. So yeah, this morning I've got a video both on pinball preparedness and on pinball prepping. So 2 for 1 if you want an extended coffee break today. Okay, this one is something that a lot of people probably need to pay attention to, and some people don't think about it. But you know, if you caught anything, I mean, it's kind of hard to miss this. You know, you got the wildfires going out in California, the Dixie Fire, for example. I guess it's the second largest wildfire in California history, okay? And, you know, we're looking at the news this morning. If you saw anything on Greece, they've got wildfires going on there, burning complete islands. You know, there was a video of a bunch of people on a ferry boat that were evacuated by ferry, just watching their entire island on fire, all their houses, everything like that, gone, okay? And, you know, so many people say, well, it's not going to happen to me or anything like that. You don't know that, you know, and I've mentioned many times, you guys have seen around me. I mean, I practically live in a forest, okay? You know, all it takes is, you know, one little fire, somebody doesn't take care of it, and poof, if this goes up, you know, I'm on, you know, boogie two shoes here getting the hell out. You know, I guess like the Greek fire, they're talking about that's possibly arson. You know, you think about it and everybody goes, well, you know what, it's, you know, it's not dry here, or, you know, I mean, obviously California and the droughts and everything like that, so we get that. But think about anywhere around you. People go camping, they don't put out their campfire. Guy drives down the road, flicks a cigarette out the window. Poof, there's your fire, okay? You know, it's not every fire is started by, you know, lightning strikes or, you know, PG&E or something like that. I mean, there's plenty of ways to start a fire, and you never know when it's going to happen. So, you know, what things do you need to do to prepare? Which is kind of the whole point of what my channels are about, okay, is preparing. You know, so I go over this, you know, so let's say, you know, it's wildfire season, which it is now, all right? So what do you want to do just to be safe? You know, make sure the leaves, you know, debris, stuff like that, flammable material is away from your house, okay? Sure, I've got a compost pile and it's 100 yards away from me, you know, and obviously I keep it wet. So that's not a big deal. Now, my house is made of wood. It's not like I can keep that away from the house, okay? But that's what it is. You know, gardening season coming to the end of here. You know, removing all the dead vegetation from around your house. You know, peas. I mean, I ripped out my peas a while ago. Some of the tomatoes are starting to go. Get rid of that stuff quick, because that is highly combustible quickly, okay? You know, firewood needs to be away from your house. Gas cans need to be away from your house, okay? You know, nothing close. If it can catch fire, don't have it near the house, I guess is the best way to do it, okay? This is a tough one, you know, especially out west right now, but, you know, keeping your property watered, okay? It's a drought, it's hard to do, okay? But green stuff has less of a chance to burn than, you know, dead stuff, okay? So, you know, get rid of that. You know, things like that. But let's say that now there's a wildfire coming around, okay? I mean, you do the common sense stuff to prevent it, okay? But what do you need to do? All right, wildfire you know, they've said, hey, there's a wildfire. I mean, for me, there was one here, not when I was living here, but not too far away. But, you know, at least I know what to do in case of. Stay aware of the news, okay? You know, you can get FEMA, TEMA, the fire department, whatever it is. Believe me, if there's a fire going on, there's 24/7 news coverage of it. You can see where it is, where it's going, what they expect it to do, et cetera, okay? If there's one in your area, get ready to bug out. Again, like we've all said, don't want to bug out. Okay, you know, in any sort of SHTF, and I've told you, I said there's 2 reasons I'm bugging out. The woods go up on fire, the Chinese come over the hill, okay? Well, the woods go up on fire, adios amigos, I'm out of here, okay? So make sure you've got everything in the car, you know, your bug out bag, your get home bag, both of them, okay? Put as much food in the car as you can. Get dog food, cat food. Make sure you've got, your kennel ready to put the cat in. You do not want to have a cat running around the inside of a car. Get the dogs ready. Know where your dog leashes are, your dog muzzle, your medications. Get all that stuff in the car and ready, because fires can move real fast. And the last thing you want to be is waiting in your house until an evacuation order comes, because that's when everybody's going to try to get out. You want to be in front of the crowd, not stuck in traffic like we see every time in these evacuation things. And it's not going to do you any good when you've got 500 cars lining to get out, and a fire's crawling up behind you. The fire's not going to wait at a stoplight. So, you want to be in the front of the pack. Get out beforehand, okay? So get everything that you have ready to go in your car. So when you decide, hey, honey, it's time to boogie, poof, hop in, turn the key, and out the door you go, all right? As you're preparing here, okay, move anything, again, flammable away from your house. Your deck chairs, your cushions, I've got rocking chairs on the porch, okay? I mean, again, wood rocking chairs on a wood porch. The porch is going to go anyway. But, I'm going to say not everybody lives in a cabin, all right? So if you're living in a concrete house, do it. Here's a good one. Make sure you connect all your garden hoses. Everybody's going to go, what the hell would I do that? Fill any of your pools, your hot tubs, your garbage cans, anything around you with water, okay? Obviously, fire doesn't like water. There's many instances where firefighters will go grab your garden hose and turn it on as something else to just get water in an area. Obviously, the more water they can get, going. If they're running around going, okay, let's try to do whatever we can to prevent, they're just going to turn on the hose. Don't make them waste time to connect your hose or look for a hose. They're not going to do that. If they just say, hey, I can pull this hose out in the yard, string it out there, and just start flooding everything, obviously they'll do it downhill, so water runs downhill. You've got a better chance. And then again, like I said, leave as early as possible. Fires aren't funny, guys. And I don't remember the name of the fire, when I lived in Utah, and this was, 2013, we were in a town, it was called Rush Valley. It's a very rural area outside of Tooele, which is outside of Salt Lake City. And I don't remember the name of the fire, but I remember staying with an Army buddy of mine. And there was a wildfire, and it was coming over the mountain that backed up to his property. His property was there, then you had some BLM land, and that mountain was BLM land. And we watched the fire come over. And it's a surreal thing to be sitting there and going, there's a fire a quarter of a mile away, and watching it come down the hill, And so we pulled fire guard all night. One of us stayed up, and watched just in case. Hoses were all hooked up. Everything was ready to go. One of us slept. We did 4-hour shifts. One of us slept. One of us stood guard and just watched to make sure nothing happened. If there's any sort of situation for you guys, this is kind of stuff you need to do, okay? This is a preparedness thing. It's not going out and buying something. This is going out and doing something, and wildfires can happen anywhere. Maybe not New York City. You're not going to have, Central Park go up or something like that. Probably not going to bother you. But, if you live out in the country, if you live in the suburbs, whatever it would be, this is always a possibility. You need to know what to do. So, go do some research on wildfire preparedness. I gave you some of the basics to go over things that you need to do, but, you're spending time in front of the computer, go spend 45 minutes and read some of this stuff, take a look at it so you know what to do. You may not be able to save your house, but your house is replaceable. That's what insurance is for, but you aren't. So make sure you're doing whatever you can to keep you and your family safe. All right, guys, that's the other video for Monday morning. Have a great day. We'll talk to you all later. Pinball out.